When a submarine dives beneath the surface, it enters a world few humans ever experience. A place without sunlight, without sound, and without escape. It is a world of silence and pressure, where every movement must be calculated, and every mistake could mean death. For the crew, it marks the beginning of a long journey, weeks, sometimes months, hidden beneath the waves in enemy waters. As the hatches close and the submarine slips beneath the surface, the outside world disappears. No phone calls, no sunlight, no open air. The crew is completely sealed off, living inside a pressurized steel tube that must function perfectly to sustain life. From that moment on, they are a self-contained ecosystem, generating air, water, and power from within. The ocean becomes both their shield and their prison. At depths where light cannot reach, the submarine must remain undetected. The mission is simple but unforgiving. Stay hidden, gather intelligence, or prepare for attack, and above all, never be found. When you're down there, it's like being on another planet. The pressure outside could crush the hull like a soda can, and you're always aware that one wrong move could give away your position. You learn to live with the tension. It becomes part of you. For the men and women aboard, this is their home. Every sound, every vibration is familiar. They live in darkness, guided only by instruments, trusting the vessel that separates them from certain death. Above, the surface world carries on, unaware that deep below, a silent predator waits, invisible, unstoppable, and always watching. This is life beneath the surface, where survival depends not on strength or speed, but silence. Inside a submarine, space is the most precious resource. Every inch is used, every corner filled with equipment, cables, and machinery. There is no privacy, no personal room, no fresh air. For months, sailors live shoulder to shoulder inside a pressurized world made of cold metal and constant noise. Meals are the heart of submarine life. It's the one time the crew gathers together, sharing quick jokes and familiar stories. The cooks are often called the unsung heroes of the deep. Working non-stop in a galley the size of a closet, they feed more than 100 sailors 3 hot meals a day. Food becomes more than nourishment. It's a reminder of home. The first few weeks, there's fresh fruit, milk, and bread. After that, it's canned goods, powdered eggs, and frozen meat. Yet even the simplest meal can lift spirits in a world without sunlight. Sleep comes in shifts. On many boats, sailors hot rack. 3 people share 2 bunks, rotating every 6 hours. When one man finishes his duty, he slides into the same warm sheets the other just left. The air smells faintly of oil and metal. Ventilation fans hum constantly. There is no night or day, only the rhythm of shifts. Work, eat, sleep, repeat. Discipline is everything. Every crew member has a role, from the sonar operator to the cook. A single mistake could jeopardize the mission or reveal the sub's position. The routine is what keeps order in a world that never stops moving. Cleaning, maintenance, drills, each day mirrors the last, a blur of tasks and procedures designed to keep both the vessel and its people alive. Many describe submarine life as living in a small town without sunlight, a community bound by trust and quiet endurance. Outside, thousands of tons of seawater press against the hull. Inside, life continues, steady and mechanical, fueled by routine and resilience. Down here, routine isn't boredom, it's survival. In the world of submarines, silence isn't just discipline, it's survival. Every sound a submarine makes can echo through the water for miles. A single metallic clang or engine vibration could reveal their exact location to enemy sonar. When the order for silent running is given, the submarine transforms from a living machine into a ghost. The propellers slow to a crawl. Pumps, fans, and motors are shut down. The lights dim to conserve power. The crew walks in soft socks to muffle footsteps. Even conversations are reduced to quiet whispers. Inside the hull, the air grows warmer, heavier, as the systems that provide circulation go silent. Every sailor feels the tension rise. Outside, the ocean listens. Sound travels faster and farther underwater than through air. The enemy sonar sends out pulses, invisible waves that bounce off anything solid. Submarines, therefore, are engineered like instruments of stealth. Their outer hulls are coated with rubberized tiles that absorb sound. Every pipe, every bolt is wrapped and padded to prevent vibration. Even the shape of the propeller blades is carefully designed to slice silently through the water. When we're running silent, it feels like the entire ocean is holding its breath. You listen for the faintest noise, a distant propeller, the shift of a current, anything that doesn't belong. For hours, sometimes days, the crew remains in total quiet. They eat cold meals, limit movement, and monitor the sonar screens, waiting for danger to pass. Every minute feels longer than the last. The only sounds are the creaks of the hull and the rhythmic heartbeat of the ocean outside. Silent running ends. The sub lives another day. Hidden, undetected, still deep within enemy waters. A shadow moving through the endless dark. Down here, in the silent depths, every breath is manufactured. A submarine cannot simply open a window for fresh air or scoop water from the sea. Everything, air, water, pressure, temperature, must be controlled by machines. It is a delicate balance that keeps the crew alive in a world designed to crush them. The air inside a submarine is recycled continuously. Oxygen is generated using electrolysis, a process that splits seawater into hydrogen and oxygen. The hydrogen is vented out into the ocean, while the oxygen is released into the compartments, molecule by molecule, feeding every lung aboard. At the same time, another system works to remove carbon dioxide, the invisible poison that builds with every exhale. Soda-lime scrubbers and chemical filters silently clean the air, ensuring that the next breath won't suffocate you. The water they drink also comes from the ocean. Massive desalination units boil seawater, collect the vapor, and condense it into pure, drinkable liquid. Nothing goes to waste. The same systems provide water for cooking, washing, even cooling vital electronics. Every drop matters, every molecule measured. You don't think about it on the surface, but down here, you're living inside a machine that breathes for you. If one system fails, we don't have hours, we have minutes. The atmosphere inside the submarine is thick, metallic, and humid. There's no breeze, no scent of rain or grass, only the recycled air that's been breathed thousands of times. After weeks, sailors forget what the outside world smells like, but they adapt. The human body, like the submarine itself, becomes part of the closed system. In this world beneath the waves, even air, the thing most take for granted, must be engineered, managed, and earned. Each breath is a victory over the crushing sea above. The deeper a submarine goes, the heavier the world becomes. Every foot down adds another layer of crushing weight. At 800 feet, the pressure outside is nearly 400 pounds per square inch, enough to turn steel into powder if the hull gives way. Yet, for these sailors, that pressure is a constant companion, invisible and relentless. You can hear the ocean pressing in. It's like a heartbeat, slow and deep. The older guys call it the sound of the sea, reminding you who's in charge. To survive in this world, submarines are built like fortresses. Layers of hardened steel form the pressure hull, curved perfectly to distribute force evenly. Every weld, every bolt is tested again and again. There is no room for weakness. If the hull fails, it happens in an instant. No time to react, no time to breathe. The inside of the submarine remains a fragile bubble of life. The crew must trust their vessel completely. Even as they sleep, they can feel the vibrations of the hull. The creaks and groans are normal until they aren't. Every strange sound is a mystery that could mean danger. You never forget that a few inches of metal separate you from the ocean.
Out there, it's total black. Down here, we're guests in the most hostile place on Earth. The deeper they go, the more the darkness consumes them. No sunlight, no surface reference, just endless black water and the hum of the engines. For weeks, the crew operates in this floating tomb. Their only light, the faint glow of instruments. Their only comfort, the sound of each other breathing. In the pressure and the dark, strength isn't found in steel. It's found in the men who trust it. In the underwater world, silence is survival. Sound travels 4 times faster in water than in air. Every movement, every vibration becomes a beacon for enemy sonar. For submarine crews operating in hostile waters, staying hidden means becoming part of the ocean itself. Inside the sub, even the smallest noise is controlled. No slamming hatches, no loud talking. Tools are wrapped in rubber. Boots have soft soles. The kitchen avoids metal clanging. Every action is measured against one rule: silence. You live by the sound. You learn to tell the difference between a whale, a propeller, or an enemy sub just from a single echo. When the sea talks, you listen. When an enemy destroyer sweeps the area, the sub becomes a ghost. Engines are shut down, fans stop spinning. The crew barely breathes. In that moment, they rely on the ocean's silence to shield them. The only sounds are the whispers of water brushing the hull and the distant heartbeat of sonar kings. The enemy above drops sonar buoys, searching for echoes. The sub's commander calculates every move, a change in depth, a shift in course, using the sea's temperature layers to bend sound waves and hide from detection. These invisible layers, called thermoclines, become their camouflage, scattering sound like smoke in the wind. In those moments, time slows. A minute feels like an hour. Every creak of metal, every exhale could betray them. Yet they endure it, still, calm, and unseen. They call it silent running, but for the men who live it, it's more than a tactic. It's an art, a discipline, and sometimes the only thing standing between life and death.
Life aboard a submarine is a world apart. A floating city with no sky, no day or night, only the rhythm of duty. Every inch of space is shared. Every movement is calculated. After weeks underwater, the line between routine and survival begins to blur. The galley, smaller than a home closet, feeds nearly 100 men. Meals are served around the clock in rotating shifts. The menu repeats, but the cooks work miracles with limited ingredients and smaller tools. Fresh food disappears within days. After that, canned goods, powdered milk, and frozen supplies. Coffee becomes a lifeline. You can't mess up coffee. That's rule number 1 down here. Space is so tight that sailors hot rack. 3 men share 2 bunks, rotating as their shifts change. When one finishes work, another climbs in. The sheets stay warm, still carrying the body heat of the last occupant. It's not luxury, it's necessity. Letters from home arrive months late, carried by a passing ship. There's no internet, no phone calls, just paper, ink, and memory. For many, those few pages are the only connection to a world they can't see. Off-duty hours are sacred. Movies are played on small screens, old music drifts through the corridors, and card games pass the time. In these fleeting moments, the crew forgets the steel walls, the pressure, and the war outside. The submarine never sleeps, but its people do, in shifts, in fragments, in dreams of sunlight and open air. Life in the tube isn't about comfort. It's about endurance, surviving not just the ocean, but the monotony that comes with it. In a world where time doesn't exist, routine becomes the only anchor that keeps the human spirit from drifting away. Deep beneath the surface, sight means nothing. There are no windows, no light, and no horizon. In the dark heart of the submarine, one team becomes the eyes of the deep, the sonar men.
To them, sound is everything. It's how they see, how they fight, how they survive. The ocean is alive with sound. The crackle of shrimp, the hum of distant ships, the rumble of whales calling across miles. The sonar men listen through it all, trained to recognize every echo, every frequency. They can tell a friendly sub from a hostile one by the rhythm of its propellers, the beat of its engines, the shape of its sound. When you're on sonar watch, it's like listening to ghosts. The ocean never stops talking. You just have to know which voice matters. They use both active and passive sonar. Active sonar sends out pings, pulses of sound that bounce back to reveal what's nearby. But it's dangerous. The moment a ping echoes, the enemy can hear it too. So most of the time, the sonar men listen silently, waiting for clues hidden in the background noise. When they hear something strange, a faint mechanical rhythm, a distorted hum, the room falls silent. Every man listens. One sound could mean a merchant ship or a destroyer hunting them. In these moments, the sonar men hold the submarine's fate in their hands. A wrong call could lead to disaster. But the best operators can sense danger before the instruments confirm it. Instinct honed through endless hours in the dark. To the rest of the crew, the ocean is invisible. But to these men, it's a living map, full of whispers, warnings, and hidden threats. In the deep, their ears are the only light that guides them home. Far below the surface, a new sound breaks the silence. Steady, rhythmic, mechanical. The sonar men exchange glances. It's no whale, no cargo ship. It's another submarine. Somewhere in the vast blackness, an enemy is moving. And now the hunt begins. With just a few seconds of sound, the sonar team identifies the type of vessel, its distance, and even its class. The enemy doesn't know they've been found, not yet. The hunter must stay quiet. The submarine turns, adjusting course to follow the contact. Engines hum at the lowest speed. They drift through the thermocline, a cold layer of water that bends sound and hides them from sonar. The ocean itself becomes their ally. Every few minutes, the sonar team updates the target's bearing. The data feeds into fire control, the brain of the submarine. They're building a picture of the enemy's movement, its path, its depth, its speed. Patience is everything. Strike too early and they reveal themselves. Wait too long and the prey escapes. When you're stalking another sub, you never see it. You just feel it. You sense where it's going, when it'll turn, when to take the shot. The ocean shifts. Currents move. The sound weakens. For a moment, the enemy vanishes. The crew holds their breath, ears straining for the faintest hint of movement. The hunt continues. In the black void beneath the sea, patience, silence, and instinct decide who survives and who never surfaces again. For hours, the submarine has stalked its prey, unseen, unheard, waiting for the perfect moment. Now, the target drifts into range. The time for silence is over. Deep beneath the surface, the order that every submariner trains for is about to be given. The torpedo room is the heart of the hunt, where steel and precision meet power. Each weapon carries its own deadly intelligence, programmed to seek out the enemy even after launch. The crew moves with silent coordination, every action rehearsed 1,000 times before. In this world of darkness, the launch of a torpedo is like lighting a flare in a storm. Once it's fired, stealth is gone. The hunter becomes the hunted. The torpedoes vanish into the deep, guided by sound, heat, and patience. Seconds stretch into eternity. The crew waits, listening for the echo of impact. A single explosion breaks the ocean's silence. The enemy fades into debris, swallowed by the abyss. For the crew, the mission continues, but each man knows the weight of what they've done. Down here, victory and survival are the same thing. They vanish into the depths once more, unseen, unheard, carrying with them the ocean's secrets. For months, they will stay hidden in enemy waters, ghosts of the deep. And when they surface again, the world will never know how close they came to the edge.